6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has called for proactive steps to address the challenges in the education sector. The President and the Prime Minister have reaffirmed the commitment to wipe out the scourge of terrorism. The Finance Minister says Pakistan will issue yuan-denominated panda bonds in June to further integrate its capital markets with China. The Planning Minister has emphasized on embracing artificial intelligence across all sectors to meet the demands of the new era. Ceasefire talks aimed at finalizing the plan to end the war in Gaza resumed in Doha today. The 13th death anniversary of the youngest Microsoft certified professional of the world, Arfa Karim Randhawa, is being observed today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has called for proactive steps to address the challenges in the education sector. Chairing the Federal Cabinet meeting in Islamabad today, he asked the Minister for Education to closely coordinate with the provinces for the promotion of education, emphasizing this will be a major national service. The Prime Minister pointed out that 22.8 million children are out of schools in Pakistan. The majority of them are girls. Referring to the International Conference on Girls' Education recently held in Islamabad, the Prime Minister noted that good discussions took place regarding the education of girls. He recalled that Pakistan also declared education emergency a few months back. The Prime Minister described the resumption of PIA flights to Europe as a major achievement. He expressed the confidence that the flights to Britain will also resume, saying this will facilitate Pakistani travellers. Shahbaz Sharif said a new crossing point has been opened on the Pak-Iran border in Panjgur, saying this will promote legal trade and help check smuggling. He thanked the Iranian cooperation for the opening of the new crossing point. The Prime Minister expressed satisfaction over the normalization of situation in Kurram. He said food items and medicines are being supplied to the area. He expressed the confidence that all the stakeholders will make collective efforts to keep peace intact. The Prime Minister said the security forces are continuing their operations against Fitna al-Khawarij. He said an intelligence-based operation in Balochistan resulted in the killing of 27 terrorists. Paying tributes to the sacrifices of security personnel, he said these sacrifices will always be remembered. He expressed the commitment to complete elimination of Fitna al-Khawarij, emphasizing that peace will be restored in the country, as was done in 2018 under the leadership of Nawaz Sharif. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has congratulated Nawaf Salam on his election as the Prime Minister of Lebanon. In a post on social media platform X today, he said Pakistan values its ties with Lebanon. The Prime Minister said he looks forward to working with Nawaf Salam to deepen Pak-Lebanon cooperation. President Asif Ali Zardari and Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif have commended the security forces for killing 8 terrorists in 2 separate operations in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In a statement, the President said the entire nation stands with its brave security forces for the complete elimination of Khawarij. The President reaffirmed the commitment to wipe out the scourge of terrorism. In a statement, Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif commended the security forces for eliminating the terrorists in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He said nefarious designs of the terrorists will continue to be thwarted in this manner. He said the nation takes pride in the brave personnel of the security forces. The Prime Minister said the government and the security forces are actively working to completely eradicate terrorism from the country. The Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb says Pakistan will issue yuan-denominated panda bonds in June to further integrate its capital markets with China. In an exclusive interview with South China Morning Post, he said Pakistan aims to raise $200 to $250 million from Chinese investors, emphasizing that it was absolutely critical for the nation to diversify its funding base. Mohammad Aurangzeb also pledged more cooperation with Beijing on the next phase of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The Minister for Planning and Development, Ahsan Iqbal, has emphasized on embracing artificial intelligence across all sectors to boost productivity and remain competitive globally. Chairing a meeting of the Artificial Intelligence Task Force in Islamabad today, he stated that Udan Pakistan, recently launched by the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, aims to put the country on a fast and sustainable growth trajectory. He said the central focus of Udan Pakistan is to align future development with exports. He said exports can be enhanced by strengthening the capacity in information technology and artificial intelligence. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The National Assembly session was held at the Parliament House in Islamabad today with the Speaker Sardar Ayaz Sadiq in the chair. 5 bills were laid before the House today. The House has now been adjourned to meet again tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon. The ambassador of Azerbaijan to Pakistan, Khazar Faradov, called on the Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif in Lahore today. During the meeting, bilateral relations, trade ties, cultural exchanges and cooperation in various sectors were discussed. Both the sides agreed on joint efforts to promote trade and investment opportunities and reiterated their commitment to strengthening cultural and educational ties. On the occasion, the Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif briefed the ambassador on the ongoing development projects and public welfare initiatives in the Punjab and also invited the investors of Azerbaijan to invest in the province. Pakistan has underlined 3 key priorities for G77 and China, a grouping of developing countries at the United Nations, to enable the member countries to achieve sustainable development goals, reduce poverty and address climate change hazards. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, said the priorities while delivering a statement during a ceremony held to mark the handover of the chair of G77 and China to Iraq. Munir Akram further said provision of development finance, revival of trade as an engine for growth, and alignment of the technology regime with sustainable development goals and climate goals are paramount priorities for the developing countries. Identifying trade as a game changer for the countries to join the developed world, Munir Akram called for opening new doors of access for export of developing countries while preparing for trade protectionism at the same time. Ceasefire talks resumed in Doha, Qatar today, aimed at finalizing a plan to end the war in Gaza. The negotiations, hosted by Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani, are being attended by the Middle East envoys of the United States of America, along with representatives from Israel and Hamas. The 13th death anniversary of youngest Microsoft certified professional of the world, Arfa Karim Randhawa, is being observed today. She became the youngest Microsoft certified professional at the age of just 9 in 2004. Microsoft owner Bill Gates invited her to visit the company's headquarters in the United States when she was 10. She won many awards and international recognition for her brilliance in the world of information technology. Arfa Karim Randhawa was also awarded the Pride of Performance Award. A well-equipped software technology park in Lahore has been named after her. She died on this day in 2012 in Lahore at the age of 16. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions are likely in hilly areas during the next 12 hours. However, moderate to dense fog in patches is likely to prevail in most districts of the Punjab and Upper Sindh during morning and night hours. Rain and light snowfall may occur at isolated places in northwestern Balochistan. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.